tired of paying too much for tires and auto repair?
Come to my family at Dr. Tire.
We carry nearly all brands of tires,
including Michelin, Continental, Bridgestone, and Mastercraft.
and we have one of the largest inventories in Genesee County.
Basic quote, we will beat it.
We offer many services including lifts, wheels, engines, brakes, and more.
Plus, on most of our jobs, we offer a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty.
Come see our family at Delta Tire,
Where we'll save you money.
Barbecue Beast sauces are made from scratch using quality ingredients to create a truly delicious barbecue taste. Try our original Beast sauce, sweet with a kick. Turn up the heat with Spicy Beast, Hot Beast, and Carolina Beast. Or experience the award-winning taste of our Curry Beast and On the Bay Beast sauces. Owned and operated locally by the power of women veterans, these quality sauces are versatile and made for everyone. Great for grilling and the perfect way to complement your favorite foods. Barbecue Beast, the exceptional barbecue sauce.
Time to talk.
It's 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 time to talk.
Here at Jackie Jones, we have plenty of new and used trucks, SUVs, and sport cars, and are gaining more vehicles as we head into the summer months. Stop by and meet with our excellent team that are guaranteed to provide you with top-notch customer service that you won't find anywhere else. You can find us at www.jackiejonescdjr.com or call us at 706-865-3168. We're located at 2840 US 129 South, Cleveland, Georgia.
Alrighty, good evening everybody. How's everybody doing here tonight? Well, we are here for the Mid-Atlantic Racing Series, and we are at Rockingham Speedway. It's going to be a heck of a track. I know a lot of drivers. I was talking to them before this race, and man, oh man, they are saying it has gotten very slick out here tonight, and it's going to be a loosey-goosey type of night here tonight. I am definitely excited, very excited to see how this is going to play out, and who's going to be able to be getting the win here tonight for Rockingham Speedway here. This track, 0.97 miles long. Right now, track temperature 103 degrees, 79 degrees outside. That's what we're seeing for our temperatures here. A little bit about, with the track going, the track temperature and everything. I think the hotter we get, I saw it cool down since our practice into qualifying right now, but it may change. You see about close to rounding up 12 mile per hour southeast east wind here tonight. That's what we're seeing for our wind. Not too shabby for the wind. So let me know in the chat, how is everybody doing out there? We'd love to hear from you, and let me know, what you think so far and what you expect to see here tonight. We've got quite a few drivers that are that have showed up. They got themselves some times in, and we got quite a good size field here tonight. Here, especially being at Rockingham. let's go through a couple of these drivers. Let's get out on the track tonight and see. It looks like it's a little foggy up, or not foggy, but a little dark out up over top of this track right now. But at this moment in time, let's see. Tim Wells in the number 11 out there on the track, getting ready to get himself a qualifying lap down right now. 140 down to 125 miles per hour into these corners here at this moment. Hello, Brandon. Good luck, boys. Watching it from, gotta scroll down a little bit, from sunny Florida. I'm kind of actually very jealous out there right now from you, because it's not, it's kind of, it was sunny today, but oh my goodness, the wind here in Michigan was crazy. About 50-mile-per-hour winds that they were saying. So I expect to see a long green flag runs. I definitely yeah, I agree with you. This league, they definitely have gotten very good runs the past couple races, you know, with long green flag strategies. So who's going to have the best strategy here tonight, too, is going to be the biggest thing for tonight is, you know, when to pit, when not to pit. You know, kind of a ballpark for tonight. It's about 55 laps, give or take, that we're going to see these drivers do on a full tank of fuel. All right, while we're getting situated, watching right now the 54 head around the track at this moment of time. Let's see who else is out there right now. Tim Wells is your fastest in the number 11 with 24.468. Todd right now in holding on to second place. Alex Campbell in third, and Braxton Barrett in fourth for your top four. Wesley's in your top five. Right now, Chance looking at a 24.6 at this moment of time. Let's see if he can get a little faster. Around 143 coming down into turn number 1 and 2. I see quite a few out there watching so far. Hope you are all having a great time out here tonight. Let me know how it's going. Would love to hear from you. Already right now, Chance putting himself up to 5th place with a 24.596 here tonight. Right now, let's see, we got about 8 drivers or so that have not went out there on the track quite yet. Kind of maybe playing as a safe game back here in the back. Why not? That's probably what I would be doing. That's just because of my luck. But Chance, you know, he's got himself a good lap. We've seen him in the past have some good runs. Let's see what Chance can do here tonight. You know, we're looking at a couple the past couple of races for here for the Mid-Atlantic Racing Series. We had Wesley. He won the Daytona Dash at Daytona, the first race of the season. Austin Smith got him a win at Las Vegas. Wesley got himself the win, and here we are at Rockingham for 160 laps. That's what we're going to see tonight of who's going to be able to do it. Alrighty, right now, how in the world are 3,000 people watching? And that is a good question. I didn't even pay attention to how many people are watching out there, and holy crap, I have no idea how. It looks like consecutive viewers. I appreciate everybody out there tuning in. Holy moly, I've never had this many people out there watching at this moment of time. I did a little bit of throwing some more YouTube videos out there in different groups that I'm in, but that's about it. That's all I did a little bit different tonight. I figured why not throw it out there. All right, right now, let's see, about 48 seconds left of qualifying, and then we go into our race session of the night here tonight. You know, looking at this whole big field and how, you know, we were talking about, there's, you know, here at Rockingham, the different lines, we may see a lot of drivers take the inside line for the longest, you know, run and then move their way up, or vice versa. But they're saying, several drivers I was talking, is that front right and how loose these drivers are getting around these corners. I'm going to say out of turn number 2 and out of turn number 4, the wall might be the goblin for quite a few drivers tonight, getting it kicking sideways. And I think that's what it may be a factor here. We'll have to stay tuned on that and see what's going to happen. Alrighty. With about 2 seconds left, let's get ready through our starting grid here tonight. Show you where everybody is starting and let these drivers get in the cars, start these engines, and go green flag racing for the first time here tonight. Alrighty, starting in row number 1 here tonight at Rockingham Speedway. We have Tim Wells and Todd. In row number 2 for tonight, we have Alex and Braxton. In row number 3, we have Chance and Wesley. In row number 4 for tonight, we have Corey and Wesley. In row number 5, we have Austin and Caleb. In row number 6 for tonight, we have Josh and Jarrett. In row number 7, we have Colton and Wayne. In row number 8 for tonight, we have David and Brandon. In row number 9, we have Corey and Marshall. In row number 10, we have Daniel and Cameron. In row number 11, we have Dennis and Chad. In row number 12, last but not least, we have Zach. That is your starting grid here tonight for the Mid-Atlantic Racing Series here tonight. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, who is ready to have some fun and see who's going to be able to hang on to all of this and make it to the end? So with Tim and Todd leading the field to the green flag, while we're looking at your finish line right here, see the yellow line where it's a dark track and light track? On restarts, they have the choose cone option. If the leader wants to be on the inside, they're going to go below that yellow line and get onto the light colored of the track, showing they want the inside line. If the driver wants the outside line, they're going to stay on the dark side of the track at the finish line to show I want the outside line. That is your choose cone here tonight, so stay tuned for that. For when, if we do, we may not go under caution, the leader gets the pick. On these initial restarts, though, the driver does not get the pick, and it's iRacing rules, they stay where they're at. Alrighty, here we go for the first time here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. All the drivers already lined up, bumper to bumper, getting ready to go. That pace car is going to take that hard left into pit road. And then the flag man, he is going to start dancing up in his little box. Here we go. Let's go racing here tonight at Rockingham. Beautiful start by the number 11, able to pull away already up to the high line. Double file through the field all the way into the back right now. Double file for second place, the 44 outside, and Alex in the number 12 on the inside here. Braxton right now on the outside line in the 28. Looks like he's got the nose in front, but here comes the 12 on the inside line. Maybe gets the run coming out of turn number 4 to the line here tonight. Completing our lap 2 out of 160 laps tonight. Track temperature here during the race session has cooled down now. We are down to 98 degrees. 78 degrees out there on in the outside temperature. Alrighty, so with Tim as your leader right now, about a 0.2 seconds, about 0.3 I should say, from Todd right now. Braxton about 0.4 away from your leader coming out of turn number 4. Little wiggle from the 23 of Austin Smith. Able to hold it, keeping the straight right now. 54 on the outside of him. Right now the 74, he's looking, just riding it out here, watching all the action happen right in front of him. Let's go on roof cam of him. Watch, try to catch that 54 to get around the 23. Alrighty, coming in to turn number 3. You could listen into the gas pedal and the brake work here on this number 74 machine. Here we're feathering it, getting back up to speed here in front on the front stretch. A lot of brakes may be used here, and you can see some of these cars are getting a little sideways coming out of turn number 2. Go on board with the number 82 of Josh Neal, holding on to 9th place. Caleb McKinney holding on to 10th in the 76, coming out of turn number 4. He's got his eyesights on the 82 machine, Mars machine. See how close he is getting to the back bumper of that number 82. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, give us a like and a follow here on our YouTube side of things. Actually, more of a subscribe. I should change that. We are right now. We are just broadcasting on YouTube. Unfortunately, I just got some news that Facebook is going to be here very soon, making it where they're going to be only holding your videos for only a month, and otherwise it's going to be getting deleted on our Facebook side. So we decided, why not just keep it on to YouTube and let everybody enjoy our YouTube side of things and focus on that. So that's what we're doing here tonight, all on YouTube. We appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight. I see some action going on right now. I believe I saw it with Braxton. Looks like it's Corey, Braxton, Alex had some great battling going on. I saw some side-by-side action going on for a little while, too. Here at Mid-Atlantic Racing Series, you know, we're looking at next week, too, coming up. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be here next week. Just let everybody know at Portland International Raceway. Actually, I'm going to be kind of going on to a nice little vacation to Las Vegas. So I will not be here next week for our Tuesday Night League. But just wanted to let you know. But this week, don't forget, we're going to be back live on Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. So stay tuned. Beautiful battle with the 24. He is looking on the inside line here and going up the track just a little bit, getting close to the 28. Here they are out of turn number 2 down the backstretch. Close action going on. Here comes the 54 now being involved here tonight. Lap 12 completed here out of 160. Looking at Tim, he is still holding on to a 0.2 second lead from Todd in the 44. Todd has closed it in this Dorito machine, trying to get around him. He is looking at these lap times, a 25.045, where Todd is a 25.054. Alex is a 25.023. Alex Campbell actually a little bit faster than your leaders, but I was looking also to 4th place Braxton, a 25.003. Braxton right now the fastest one on the track. Looking at your biggest mover here tonight. So far, that is going to be 3 positions gained, and that is going to be Cameron Combs in the 15. And that is our biggest mover here so far tonight, and that is 16th place. Back up front, though. Actually, I saw some action going on a little bit. I saw a caution out there on the track now. I believe I see the 23 might have been involved. Let's go back a little bit and see what just happened. All right, here's your replay here tonight. Gotten into those bumps a little bit. There are some bumps in that track. Oh, gets into the wall, tries to hold on to it, tries to save it. Oh, unfortunately, getting in hard into the inside wall. The 51, very hard hit into the side of that car. Definitely. Oh, so is the 02. Quite a few drivers involved there, and man, oh man, that's going to hurt. You know what? I'm curious. Just curiosity. Let's go on board here with David and go into his driver view. This is what he's looking at during this whole situation. I kind of backed up a little too far, but here he is into turn 1 and 2. Here there's Austin going for the ride on the inside wall. Basically has nowhere to go. Hard hit into the driver's door. At least the good thing about all that, these cars have some roll cages and a lot of safety mechanisms. Hopefully they are okay. They're going to get checked out in the infield here. And looks unfortunately they may not be able to get those cars fixed back up here at all tonight. A lot of damage. There is no fast repairs here tonight for these drivers, so unfortunately definitely going to hurt them here tonight. All right, we're going to see if any takers down into pit road. But while we do that, we're just going to be right back here after these commercial breaks. Of course, I hit the wrong button. Rookie mistake here. But back at the race now. Here we are getting ready to go back. Green flag racing here again tonight. First caution of the night here on lap roughly 16, lap 15, 16 here tonight. Let's see who's going to do it. Looks like the number 11 picks the inside line here on this restart. The 44 of Todd on the outside, right behind second line. Looks like the 12 and the 28. Let's see, Alex or Braxton, who's going to be able to do it out of these two drivers. Here goes the pace car down pit road. Hard left. Flagman's going to start dancing up in his little box. Here we go once again. Green flag back out in the air here, all at Rockingham Speedway on Redline Racing Network. Start all through the field, but top three, top four, actually all single file battling for fifth place right now. Chance Manning, and I believe that's the 24, battling it out here. 24 on the high line, 54 on the low line. Let's see if the 24 is going to get the run here out of turn number 2, but we are almost there for a 3 wide, but now we're back double file here. Here comes the 44 now on the inside. Number 11, riding close to the wall there. Here's the run out of turn number 2. Still drag strip raised all the way into turn number 3 at this moment in time. And man, these two are definitely battling very hard up here up front. Braxton just sitting there watching all this happen here at this moment of time. Now the number 11 has got himself at this moment of time as your leader. Has gotten away from the 44 about 0.1 second here at this moment of time. Alright, lap 21 has been completed here out of 160 so far. I see Will out there because the racing goodness. Good to see Will out there tonight. Alright, here we are right now, watching. Looks like at this moment of time, kind of looking at some lap times at the second. Watching the 24 here, it's kind of fallen back a little bit since this restart. At the moment of time, looking at a 27.906 for Corey, where right now Wesley right behind him, currently at a 25.807 at this second. Still green flag racing here. We want to give quite a few shout outs here tonight. I want to give a big shout out to one of our main sponsors here, Barbecue Beef Sauce. If you want some delicious barbecue sauce, head on over to their website or their Facebook and order you some delicious sauce. They are on Amazon. Get you some different flavors out there. They have different kinds for different types of meats. So appreciate Barbecue Beef Sauce coming here on Redline Racing Network. Also to a league sponsor here tonight is going to be Jackie Jones from Cleveland, Georgia. You want to get yourself a Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, look them up, call them, and let them know you want to get yourself in a new vehicle here tonight and, enjoy your new ride. We appreciate them coming on board here for the Mid-Atlantic Racing Series. Also, we want to give a shout out to is Dubby. If you want to get yourself a energy powder drink, use code REDLINE. You can get yourself 10% off your order. So we appreciate Dubby coming on board here tonight and letting us support them here. The other sponsor we want to give a big shout out to is Admin Box. This is a Mid-Atlantic Racing Series sponsor here. We appreciate them coming on board. We definitely, if you want to get yourself your system where you can help your racing needs as of race control, adminning, things like that, that box can help you out during your race for iRacing. So we appreciate Admin Box coming on board here. Another league sponsor here tonight is going to be Shenko Custom Diecast. If you want to get yourself a customized diecast for your racing car, look them up and let them know you would like to get one done. We appreciate them coming on board here tonight also. Another sponsor is Delta Tire, being a local sponsor here in Burton, Michigan. We love our local businesses. You want a new tire, front alignment, thing like that, they can hook you up. So we appreciate Delta Tire coming on board for Redline Racing Network. Alrighty, right now, lap 28 out of 160 completed so far. Tim Wells, your leader. Let's go through our field one by one. Holding on to second place here tonight is going to be Todd Lawson, having a great run up here, holding on to second. Third place is Braxton. He's trying to hold off that number 12 of Alex Campbell, holding on to fourth place. And fifth place here tonight is going to be the 54 of Chance Manning. Holding on to sixth, right behind Chance, is going to be Caleb McKinney in the 76. And seventh place in the number 1. Here at Rockingham, I heard grinding against the wall tonight. Daniel Harsey right now holding that seventh place. The 24 of Corey Blevins holding on to 8th place. Right behind him, having some company, is the 74. Holding on. This is going to be Wesley Triplett. Looking at your top 10 right now in the double low here tonight. Colton Manich. Oh, I probably pronounced that wrong. I do apologize, but having a great run right now in your top 10 at the moment. But look at the battle real quick. I'm going to go back and I'll finish these drivers right now. But look at this battle going on between Corey and Wesley at this moment in time. Side by side, we have a caution out there on the track here tonight. I see smoke and everything going on. I see the 8, looks like the 99 and maybe the 2 involved here tonight. All right, real quick, let's go back and see what just happened. All right, here is your race replay here tonight. Oh, just off the wall. Unfortunately, gets a couple drivers involved and definitely not what they wanted to see there. Ouch. We're going to let's go on board to our different camera here tonight. All right, this is where the Goblin is. You can see just getting into the wall. A couple other drivers involved right in front, but hard hit into the inside wall, though. You see that hood just bouncing up and down. Unfortunately, that's going to hurt his race here tonight. Alrighty, back up front. Let's go through and see what's going to happen here tonight. You see your leader, Tim Wells, heading down into pit road, leading the field all the way down. Braxton staying out on the track right now, doing a little bit of a different strategy here tonight. So, the one spot, though, he's got that first pit box. You can see the green cone there. That is where it shows the driver, race off of pit road, that where to determine they're going to be once they leave. 44, 11, here we go. Looks like the 11 is going to beat everybody off of pit road. 44 in second to double O in third. When I say third, meaning in fourth, because of Braxton staying out there, but third off of pit road. Alrighty, right now with Braxton up as your lead, we're going to be right back here after these commercial breaks.
Here at Jackie Jones, we have plenty of new and used trucks, SUVs, and sport cars, and are gaining more vehicles as we head into the summer months. Stop by and meet with our excellent team that are guaranteed to provide you with top-notch customer service that you won't find anywhere else. You can find us at www.jackiejonescdjr.com or call us at 706-865-3168. We're located at 2840 US 129 South, Cleveland, Georgia.
Alrighty, back live, watching all this action up front now. Getting ready to go back, green flag racing here tonight. Who is ready to see some more crazy action here while we wait for everybody to get situated? Double file, all getting ready to go bumper to bumper. Pace car ready to take that hard left down pit road here tonight. Alrighty, green flag in the air here. Beautiful start by the 28 of Braxton. And into turn number 1, everybody else with fresh tires back in the field. Looks like the only driver did not come down pit road is going to be your leader. Lap 30, or he's been out there for 36 laps on those tires. Here comes the number 11 on the outside line. 28 close to the wall now. The 11 takes a hard down all the way to the inside line to get around the 28. New leader here. Looks like we've got the 44 now on the inside. Here comes the 54. Looks like right now the old tires. We've got 3 wide going into turn number 2. This is not going to end up very well. 28 close to the outside wall. Looks like the older tires definitely did not help him on that restart. The fresher tires are taking the advantage right now, but man, close. I don't think you can fit a piece of paper between. 12 is sideways here. Let's see if he's able to hold on to it. Alex Campbell, great save, able to hold on to that number 12 car. A little bit damage to the back right corner panel, but everybody was able to stay away and not get collected to him here tonight. Great job by Alex Campbell. He's only fallen back to 10th place with that sideways action. Back up front, though, here with the 24 in the 76, battling it out. 76 up into the wall. 74 now on the inside line. 74 making that pass here, holding on to 6th place. Daniel right now having some company. Brandon in the Hendricks machine on the outside line to get ready to try to make the pass on the number 1 here. And now Alex Campbell trying to make the moves to the front also. Lap 40 here out of 160 completed tonight. Tim Wells still as your leader, but here comes Chance Manning holding on to 2nd place. Todd holding on to 3rd, and Corey right now in your 4th place position. Don't forget to give us a like and a follow here tonight. We appreciate everybody coming in. Here comes the 44 on the inside line here with the 44 on the inside of the 54 now. Trying to make the pass for 2nd and 3rd. Wasn't able to get there that time by. Great maneuvers, and I hear a car blowing up out there on the track or on down pit road. But that definitely not what they wanted to hear, and that does not sound very good to have, especially how expensive these motors are here on iRacing. Oh, 44 into the wall hard. It made his car bounce off the wall there. Definitely is going to maybe hurt his right side a lot, maybe a lot of damage. All right, 43 laps completed so far right now. Coming to lap 44. Battle still going on for 2nd and 3rd place. Here comes the 44 back on the inside, trying to make this pass here. Can he do it? Out of turn number 2, down the backstretch. Drag race all the way down into turn number 3, and the number 11 is loving watching all this happen right behind him. You know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen. Let's turn these phones, the computer, or the TV, or any platform you're watching this race on right now, and listen in and turn these things up. It is time for our wall cameras, and let's watch these cars fly by. Still right now, green flag racing here at this moment of time. Your leader trying to hold back now the 44. 44 was able to get around that 54 machine. Here comes the 24 now, closing it in here. Now all top four are close to each other here tonight, closing it in even more. At the moment of time, who is going to be able to do it here on lap 49? 112 laps to go here. Who's got it all going to make it happen? Side-by-side action going on here for third and fourth place. Right now, with some switcheroo, and oh man, that 54 close. Making those moves to get around the 24. The 24 going to fight right back. Smoke up in the air. Bouncing off the wall here tonight. 24 back on the inside of the 54. Side by side here out of turn number 2. 54 close. Almost grinding off each other here. 24 is able to hold on to it. Coming into turn number 3, close to that yellow line. 54 close to the outside, basically up to the roof. Here out of turn number 4, 54 into the wall. That dang wall goblin getting them tonight. Number 11 watching all this battling going on right behind him, knowing that this is going to allow him to pull away. But Todd, he's just staying right there watching, not allowing him to pull away too much here tonight. But don't forget, looking at all these drivers up front, anything is possible. If we can get a late caution, we have right now still 14 drivers on the lead lap. Anything can happen here, especially on your strategy calls. These drivers came down pits at least about 18 laps ago. These drivers can go at least 55-ish. I wouldn't say ish because I'm not exactly on the math exact, but roughly 55 laps on this field run. The other thing I wanted to point out, on lap 41, Corey Blevins in the 24, he's got the fastest lap here tonight out there on the track, the 24.596 is your fastest lap here, and he was able to put it down tonight. So the fastest driver holding on to third place. I see right now Jared out there rooting on Corey tonight. Good to see you, Jared, out there. Hope you're doing very well tonight. Alrighty, here we are watching all the action going on. Let's see, 24 closing in on the 44, about a 0.227 of a second difference. And at the moment, looking at the lap times, that time by crossing the line, Todd put at 25.47. Corey was at 25.36. We got some lap traffic being involved here. Here's the 15 right now. Looks like the 15 was going to stay up high. That's Cameron Combs. That's going to put him now one lap down for 14th place. Now we have 13 drivers on the lead lap here tonight. We're definitely excited. We hit a milestone here on our YouTube side of things, able to get the partnership stuff on YouTube. We appreciate everybody. It wasn't all for you guys out there in the chat every single week, watching these videos, and we want to be able to get to where we are now. So thank you so much. I see actually 3,400 of you out there. I am more stunned and so confused on how I have this many, to be honest. I've never had this many out there watching at this time. I am very stunned on this situation, so thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you're all enjoying the show out here tonight, especially seeing here for the Mid-Atlantic Racing Series taking on the track here tonight. That is just crazy to see. So thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in here tonight. All right, here at this moment of time, lap 58 completed out of 160. We've got 103 laps to go here tonight. We've only had one caution here, and that is about what we're seeing for our race recap. Let's go pull up our track information. Why not here tonight? So track length, 0.97 miles long, just about a mile long here with those 4 turns. Tonight's race distance, 155 miles. Right now, track temperature about 94 degrees. It's definitely calmed down on the track temperature. We were 107 at practice, about a 10 mile per hour southeast wind for your information here tonight at Rockingham Speedway. Up into the wall, bouncing, close, almost contact with the 24 here. That could have been very scary, but they were able to hold on to it. Very good racing going on up front here at the moment. Tim has pulled away from Corey now 2.2 seconds, trying to pull away as much as he can up front. So, with about right now 11 drivers on the lead lap, looks like the 20 of Corey is the last one on this lead lap at the moment of time. Cameron Combs being the first one lap down. Corey right now in that lucky dog spot. He's he's definitely wanting that caution to come out here in just a little bit, so he can get that lucky dog. All right, here we watching all at the moment of time. I'm watching the battle going on for 4th and 5th place. Wesley and Chance battling it out here. Great job up front. Man, oh man, this is definitely some good racing here going on right now. Can't believe to see how much action is going on up front. Real quick though, we're going to be right back after these short commercial breaks.
Are you tired of paying too much for tires and auto repair?
Come to my family at Dr. Tire.
We carry nearly all brands of tires,
including Michelin, Continental, Bridgestone, and Mastercraft.
and we have one of the largest inventories in Genesee County.
Basic quote, we will beat it.
We offer many services including lifts, wheels, engines, brakes, and more.
Plus, on most of our jobs, we offer a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty.
Come see our family at Delta Tire.
Where we'll save you money.
Barbecue Beast sauces are made from scratch using quality ingredients to create a truly delicious barbecue taste. Try our original Beast sauce, sweet with a kick. Turn up the heat with Spicy Beast, Hot Beast, and Carolina Beast. Or experience the award-winning taste of our Curry Beast and On the Bay Beast sauces. Owned and operated locally by the power of women veterans, these quality sauces are versatile and made for everyone. Great for grilling and the perfect way to complement your favorite foods. Barbecue Beast, the exceptional barbecue sauce.
Time to talk.
It's 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 time to talk.
Here at Jackie Jones, we have plenty of new and used trucks, SUVs, and sport cars, and are gaining more vehicles as we head into the summer months. Stop by and meet with our excellent team that are guaranteed to provide you with top-notch customer service that you won't find anywhere else. You can find us at www.jackiejonescdjr.com or call us at 706-865-3168. We're located at 2840 US 129 South, Cleveland, Georgia.
Alright, we are back watching all the live action going on right now. Lap 70 here out of 160. Looking at all this crazy action going on while we were under commercial break. There was close action going on up front. Right now, Corey holding on to second, Wesley in third, Todd in fourth, and right now, Brandon in fifth for your top 5 here tonight. Alrighty, let's go through and see our field, where everybody's at right now, and a little bit about racing recaps at the moment, because it looks like some strategy stuff has happened while we were under caution. A couple drivers have come down pit road farther back in the field here. A lot of drivers up front. About 8 drivers have not come down pit road, but while I was looking away, we do have a caution out on the track right now, and looks like Josh Neal, a lot of damage to that front end, and he is smoking at this moment. Let's rut-row raggy. Let's go back and see what just happened. Alrighty, here is your race recap at the moment. Oh man, I'm not sure what just happened there. The hard hit into the right of that 82. Actually, we're going to go back a little bit. I am very curious what just happened. I saw the one just go a little... Let's keep an eye on this. Oh, there was contact between both the drivers. He has a front right, no able to drive that car at all. That's unfortunate. That's why he took that hard shot to the right there tonight. Ouch. Definitely could have hurt him a lot here. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Alrighty. Man, oh man. Let's go back and see what's going to happen up front. Right now, Tim Wells as your leader. Corey in second. Wesley in third. We'll try to see if we can get some interviews in here tonight too. Let's see how some of these drivers are doing. And you know, definitely unfortunate hard impacts on some of these drivers here. You know what? Why not? We may actually see if we could talk to that number 23 machine, Austin Smith. Let's see how he's feeling with that hard hit into the inside of his car there. That definitely could have hurt. Let's see how he's doing. Hey, Austin, this is Brandon in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you, Brandon.
All right, bud. Well, I figured you're finally out of the infield care center with that hard hit into the corner, or your actually your driver's side door there. Basically, I was calling, make sure you're okay, and man, just that was definitely not a fun ride for you.
No, not fun at all, but kind of get what I deserve when I didn't practice enough. So feel bad I took out David, but and I made a mistake, and I guess that's part of racing.
Well, you know, we could just blame it on Rockingham Speedway. You know, it's one of those interesting tracks, and that's unfortunately, like you said, David got involved though. But I'm just glad to see you're okay, because I don't know if you could, you know, at least there are safety bars, because man, I don't know how you survived that hit.
Yeah, it was a hard one for sure.
Definitely. Well, bud, I see we're getting ready to go green flag racing. We'll talk to you a little bit later, and hopefully next week you have a little bit better luck.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, Austin Smith there. Unfortunately, not a night he wanted to see here tonight. Alrighty, back up front, though, as your leaders. Looks like we have Todd and Tim leading the field to the green flag here. Holding on to the second row back is going to be Corey and Wesley. Pace car is going to take that hard left in the pit road. Let's get ready to go back green flag racing here tonight. Pace car is into your Geico restart zone. There it is, the double white lines, green flag out in the air. Beautiful start by the 44 on the outside line. Double file going on for second and third. Let's see if Tim has anything for the 44 and the 24, because the 24 now fighting for your position for your lead. 24 on the outside, able to get the 44 cleared, and he does. New leader here tonight. That's going to go to Corey Blevins. Beautiful pass, and he is gone. He has hit the nitrous button, and he is wanting to say, see you later. Let's see how long and what he can do up front here tonight in this 24. 74 up into the wall there. Ouch, ouch, ouch. A lot of grinding going on here at Rockingham Speedway. The 5 of Brandon also into the picture here on the outside of that double low machine. Chance Manning holding on to third place in that 54. Alex Campbell, great recovery up to fourth place. 44 up to the wall, grinding here once again. Alright, right here at this moment of time, watching all the action going on here at Rockingham. I'm looking at these lap times, and holy moly, Corey just put the fastest lap here once again, a 24.375 here on lap 78. Give him a big shout out, our fastest driver here. Let's see, right now, let's go back and see the biggest mover here tonight, and that is going to be 10 positions here at this moment. Right now, Brandon in the number 5 is your biggest mover of the night here. Already lap 80 here out of 160 is kind of looking back at some of the information through this field and the different strategies that's happened here tonight. And currently right now with a couple drivers, they kind of on some different strategy calls. Looks like right now the top at least 9 drivers came down pit road 7 laps ago on that caution. Everybody else has not. Right now, it looks like Colin and Braxton are on a different strategy. 22 laps they have been out there on those tires. They might be waiting for a caution to happen at the end, and they may have that extra set of tires for the end of this race, because these drivers only get a certain amount of tires for this race, and if you use them all, that's all you get. That's all you're going to stay at. So that's what we might be seeing here tonight. With that being said, with 83 laps completed with 78 laps to go, we already hit the halfway point. We still got, these drivers can make it another, they have to pit one more time at least, if they can make it at least 50 some laps. But that's the other key is, when do you want to come down pit road, and do you want a short pit? Do you want to just wait? That's the ultimate question here tonight. You got to do something a little bit different than your leaders. I always say that every week. If you know that your leaders are very, I was actually just seeing a battle for second and third. If your leader is definitely on a whole different ball game, especially right now like Corey is, he is on fire here at the moment. He's pulled away from Tim 3.3 seconds. At this moment in time, these, watching the battle for second and third, these drivers are basically fishing right now. They got the fishing rod out, they got the bait, but they're trying to reel them in, and they're just struggling at the moment because Corey, he's flopping away and pulling away from them. At the moment of time, they're just gonna they're gonna have to grab a bigger line or something to close it in, because he is pulling away even more and more every single lap. All right, looking right now at the moment, Brandon holding on to 5th place in that number 5. Last lap at 25.014. Chance Manning at 25.044 for 4th. Right now, Brandon a little faster than Chance. You can see he's closing it in. We're still having a great battle going on for 2nd and 3rd. Tim, he's got some company. All right. All the action up front. Man, making my mouth dry here tonight. Gotta love it. Oop. Looking at Josh Neal currently sitting on pit road, still smoking out there. Saw smoke on the track. I was wondering where it was coming from. Unfortunately, it's Josh Neal. They might have to grab the fire extinguisher out there tonight and get it all situated. Alrighty, Tim Wells here able to hold on to second, but Alex Campbell, he is not giving up here. You see the different braking points these drivers are doing. Tim drifting up the track there in the middle of the track, where Alex is able to stay down low close to that yellow line. The longer the run goes, you're going to see these drivers starting to back up these corners a little bit more. Tim, you can see, look at how bouncy it is out of turn number 3 and 4 there. A lot of drivers saying you hit that certain point on the track, your car is bouncing like crazy. See, they've drifted up out of turn number 1 onto turn number 2, holding on into turn number 3 and 4. Now you can see, look at how bouncy the number 11 is here out of turn number 3 and 4. Alrighty, looking at the lap time between Tim and Alex, you would not believe it, they are identical lap times here at the moment of time, but them two fighting very hard, and that's allowing Corey to keep pulling away here. I know Jared out there in the chat definitely loving to see the 24 able to pull away even more here tonight and try to get himself the win with 69 laps to go to the end of this thing. With 92, could be 93 laps. I was looking back a little bit farther. Right now, Colton in a double O, first one lap down here tonight. Sorry for the hesitation. I was just checking up on some issues further back and see what was going on. Gotta love all the different action on the track here. Looking at the number 1 of Daniel. He's kind of just riding at the moment, holding on to 8th place. In front of him is the battle going on. That's between Wesley and Wesley in 74 and 46. Here comes the 46 right now on the inside line of this 28. 28, that is going to be Braxton. Braxton currently 1 lap down. Ooh, a little bit of contact with lap traffic, paddling with the drivers on the lead lap. That could definitely, some drivers get a little upset. We may see some bump and runs here from the 46 to try to get the 28 out, or the 28 out of the way. Here comes number 1 now on the inside of the 46. That's going to put the number 1 now up to 7th place. Back up front right now, the number 5, Brandon. He was looking to try to get to the outside of Chance Manning. Wasn't able to get there that time by, but let's see if he can get to the inside this time or stay on the outside and make the passes. I've seen quite a few passes happen so far on the outside, and I was looking back though, and Corey got himself another fastest lap here tonight. The man on the mission right now up front, putting the fastest laps down tonight. Now you can see the 5 has now gotten around the 54, Brandon, but 54, he is not wanting to allow that to happen anymore. He is trying to get back around here. Alex Campbell now holding on to 3rd. Tim Wells pulling away from Alex Campbell. Looks like Tim Wells has tried to close it in. And we got some lap traffic in front. You see right now that is going to be the 84 and the 76. 76 is going to be Caleb McKinney, and the 84 of Wayne Garland here. Currently right now, them two are a couple laps down here tonight. Unfortunately, having a rougher night here. This track is definitely one of those that it can be very tricky and be a lot challenging. A lot of drivers are not able to get as much practice here, and that's what could definitely hurt. Alrighty, right now at the moment, I'm looking at, I am more stunned, and it's so crazy to see. Here at the moment, 8,000 of you out there watching. I am so thrilled, and I am so glad to see everybody out there, and it's crazy to see. I've never had seen this many drivers. Oh, drivers in the wall. I have never seen so many of you out there in the watching this video at the moment, and I'm lost for words. So thank you everybody for tuning in, and I hope you're all enjoying the show out there tonight. I see you're sticking around, so thank you, thank you, thank you. Alrighty, so 101 laps completed here out of 160. We only have 60 laps to go to the end of this race. Looking at about a 2.1 second gap between your leader and Tim Wells. We'll see where some more action's happening. You can see Chance now on the back end of the 76 machine, closing it in here tonight. Look at this view at the moment. You can see this right now. Chance on the inside of the 44 Doritos machine. Here comes the 76 now on the back end of them. The 74 Wesley now able to make that pass on both of those drivers, trying to stay close to the 54 machine. Back up to Corey right now with a 1.5 second gap now. Tim has closed it in even more. Looks like Tim may have the better long run car here at the moment of time. .728 that Tim has just ran, and Corey just ran at 25.902. You see the 84 getting out of the way. We might be seeing some strategies happen here. The driver's been out there for 31 laps on these set of tires and this fuel. Do you just want to split it in half here or keep going? All right, with that being said, though, we're going to be right back here after this commercial break.
Are you tired of paying too much for tires and auto repair?
Come to my family at Dr. Tire.
We carry nearly all brands of tires,
including Michelin, Continental, Bridgestone, and Mastercraft.
and we have one of the largest inventories in Genesee County.
Basic quote, we will beat it.
We offer many services including lifts, wheels, engines, brakes, and more.
Plus, on most of our jobs, we offer a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty.
Come see our family at Delta Tire,
Where we'll save you money.
Barbecue Beast sauces are made from scratch using quality ingredients to create a truly delicious barbecue taste. Try our original Beast sauce, sweet with a kick. Turn up the heat with Spicy Beast, Hot Beast, and Carolina Beast. Or experience the award-winning taste of our Curry Beast and On the Bay Beast sauces. Owned and operated locally by the power of women veterans, these quality sauces are versatile and made for everyone. Great for grilling and the perfect way to complement your favorite foods. Barbecue Beast, the exceptional barbecue sauce.
Alrighty, we are under caution here, under commercial break. Now let's go back. I'm not sure exactly what happened, so we may have to go back a little bit farther. I think Chad may have been involved there. Let's go back a little bit farther and see what just happened out here tonight. Alright, I do see him getting sideways. Go back a little bit farther. So it looks like coming out of turn number 2, up and against the wall. And unfortunately, hard hit on the inside line there, and that's going to get the 0-2 turned around and bring out our caution here tonight for the. See, actually, I'm not sure exactly which one this will be. So let's go back live here and show our caution information here tonight. Alrighty, this is going to be our 4th caution here tonight. 10 laps under caution. We've had 4 lead changes here altogether. Alrighty, so let's go up front and see the who's going to be the race off of pit road. Looks like Corey was able to get everybody off of pit road there. It looks like Wesley also, actually, it looks like Wesley was able to beat everybody off of pit road. I apologize on that. Looks like he was actually a 7-second stop down into his pit box there. I wonder if he's on a whole different strategy game. Everybody else looks like they took a 4-tire stop. So that's what we're seeing here tonight. Good to see everybody out there watching of you. 8,000 of you. Actually, 8,700 of you out there watching. I can't believe it. Good to see everybody out there. I hope everybody is having a great time here tonight. I hope you're all enjoying the show. Alrighty, we're getting ready to go back green flag racing. Let's see what's going to happen here tonight. Alright, so right now Wesley and Corey are going to be leading the field. Looks like Wesley took the inside line on that choose cone. That choose cone is on the front stretch at the finish line. You got to go to the light color of the track, all the way down below that yellow line to choose the inside. If you want the outside line, you got to stay on the darker side of the track, and that's where it allows everybody to know what line you want to be. Here's the pace car. Take that hard left into pit road. Flagman going to start dancing up in his little box. Here we are into the Geico restart zone here tonight. Here at Rockingham Speedway. Green flag out in the air. Beautiful start by Wesley. Able to keep everybody behind him. Here comes the 24 on the outside line with the run. Looks like we seen earlier, the fresher tires is where you want to be. Looks like, the 74 only took fuel that caution. We got 3 wide right now, and the 12 trying to make it on the inside. Got a little loosey-goosey. Here comes the number 11 on the inside of the 24. Battle for the lead here. We've seen Corey and Tim up front all night long here. They're going to battle it out here once again. We've seen the 24 had a very good short-run car here. It looks like Tim has led 70 laps. Corey has led 34 laps so far tonight for 1 and 2, but Chance Manning now trying to be into the picture here and battle it out here. Oh, 24 into the wall. I'm telling you what, the wall goblins here are definitely loving the right side of these cars. Now Chance battling for your lead, 1 and 2 at the moment of time. Looks like Chance trying to take the low line around. So here comes the number 11. Look at the run the 11's getting. That time by out of turn number 4, coming to the line. Looks like who is going to be faster? It's going to be Chance Manning with the fastest lap out there that time by. With those fresher tires, are we going to see anybody beat Corey's 24.375? Or will Corey be able to get the fastest lap here once again, like he is on the top of the leaderboard for the fastest lap? Right now we have at least 9 drivers on the lead lap. Wesley Peoples in the 46 being the first one lap down. He's in that lucky dog spot. I saw a couple takers get the wave around that last caution. And here comes the 54 fighting right back to the back bumper of that number 11. Let's go on board here as a driver's point of view, seeing that Baby Ruth, number 11, hold your lead, waiting to see what's going to happen. 117 laps completed with just 44 laps to go on board here with Chance Manning. Here he is on the inside line. Can he be able to get around? He does. He's able to make the pass back. New leader up front though, Chance Manning in the 54. Can the 11 fight right back, or has he used the tires too much already? Lap 118 here out of 160. Bring it to 119. You see 1, 2, and 3 in your picture frame at the moment. Look at the run that Chance is getting out of turn number 2 down the backstretch. Here's what we're seeing as the driver's hands. You can see how much he's kind of fighting the wheel there a little bit. Not too bad though. As your leader, you can see that he's not turning it too much. He doesn't want to use that front right as much as possible. They're saying, I was hearing a couple drivers say that front right is definitely getting torn up a lot here, especially getting it sliding around these corners. On turn number 4, oh, close to the wall. You heard just a little bit of a touch, grinding the wall here, painting the walls here tonight, here as your leader. All right, back up front with 1, 2, 3. You can see in 4th place is going to be Alex Campbell, and Todd in the 44 holding on to your 5th place. You see a little bit of lap traffic in front. That's going to be a 76 of Caleb McKinney being one of them. Also the double low of Colton being a lap down. So right now Braxton being the first one lap down in the 28 machine. He's in that lucky dog spot. Couple drivers not wanting a caution could be the number 54, but the couple drivers that do want a caution might be the 28 and the double O. Caleb McKinney currently right now 2 laps down, holding on to 12. Looks like a couple of drivers farther back. Looks like Cameron Combs has brought it into the infield here tonight. Corey right now in the number 20. He's still out there on the track right now, currently 17 laps down. Looks like he may have been involved in one of those situations. So a couple drivers have brought it in, a couple of them trying to stay alive. Looks like Wayne right now is still holding on to 16th with about 32 laps down with damage getting fixed. Trying to get any point as much as possible. They still have a couple positions they can gain for even being a couple laps down. So that's what they're trying to do. Right now, Chance Manning still holding on to your lead at 25.141. Tim Wells at 25.088. Corey's was a 25.020 here tonight. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, give us a follow and a subscribe here on our even on our Facebook side. That's where all the news is. But subscribe to our channel. We appreciate everybody tuning in week in and week out. The biggest shout outs I always love to give is everyone that watches here to support these drivers, the league, and the broadcast week in and week out. I couldn't thank you all enough for that, and I really do appreciate it. And I got to give the big shout out to everyone that allows these drivers to come out for a couple hours of their night to be able to let us produce a show. If it wasn't for you guys to be able to allow these drivers to come out to be able to give this perfect show to be able to do it, we wouldn't be able to be here. So thank you everybody out there watching and allowing these drivers to have a great, fun, and amazing time. Other than that, we want to give a big shout out to Barbecue Beef Sauce, a main sponsor here for Redline Racing Network. If you want some delicious barbecue sauce, head on over to their Facebook and order some. They have multiple different flavors. They even are on Amazon. They have different kinds for different types of meats. So we appreciate Barbecue Beef Sauce coming on board here tonight. Also want to give a big shout out to is going to be Jackie Jones in Cleveland, Georgia. This is a Mid-Atlantic Racing Series sponsor. If you want to get yourself a Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, give them a call and let them know they can get you in a new ride. We appreciate Jackie Jones. Also, we want to say a big thank you to Dubby. If you want to use code Redline, you can get 10% off your order. It's nice. Multiple different flavor, especially a lot of fruit flavors of the energy drink powder. Get yourself some delivered. We appreciate them coming on board here tonight. Also, another league sponsor is going to be Admin Box. If you want to get yourself a Admin Box for iRacing needs that helps your racing control, your admin, things like that, just by pushing a little button, let them know. Go over to their website and Facebook and give them some love. We appreciate Admin Box coming on board here tonight too. Also to Shenko Custom Diecast is a sponsor here for the Mid-Atlantic Racing Series. We appreciate them coming on board here. You want to get yourself a custom diecast, let them know they would love to hear from you, so we appreciate them coming on board here. Also, too, Delta Tire being a local sponsor here in Burton, Michigan. If you want some new tires, front end alignments, things like that, they can hook you up. They can get you situated. We appreciate Delta Tire coming on board here, too. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, back at the racing up front, though. Right now, the 24 of Corey he got around the 54 of Chance Manning here tonight. Corey now back up to second place, trying to close it in here on Tim Wells, but Tim is 1.2 seconds away at the moment in time in that fresh air out there, doing what he wants to do, and try to lead the most laps. He's been out there for 82 laps. Corey's been out there for 34. Looks like Todd has led 2 laps. Wesley has led 2 laps. Braxton has led 4 laps here tonight. It's a couple of their drivers that have led some laps here. Still under green flag here tonight. Track temperature has dropped down to 91 degrees. Air temperature 77 degrees here tonight. Right now, 8 drivers on the lead lap. Brandon being the last one on the lead lap, and Wesley Peebles being the first one lap down here tonight. Also, the biggest mover for tonight is going to be 12 positions. 12 positions is be in 6th place is the number 1 of Daniel Harsey, having a beautiful run with most positions gained here so far. Your fastest lap is still going to be the 24 of Corey. That is our race recap here tonight. Alrighty, with that being said, let's go back a little bit farther to see if there's any battles going on farther back in the field here. We're looking on board with a 74. Let's see how he's doing. Alright, looking at right now with 26 laps to go. Looking at the lap time between Tim and Corey, 25.473 and a 25.482. At the moment of time, Tim is about 0.01 faster than Corey. Alrighty, here we are back at the action. A little bit farther back, I saw some movement going on. Right now, Daniel battling out here with Braxton. Braxton currently right at the second of time. He is 1 lap down. Looks like Daniel's going to take that inside line to make that pass. Double of Colton right now also 1 lap down. The battle going on for 1 lap down is between the 28 and the double O. At the moment, if caution comes out, Braxton has it, but if the double O can get around Braxton, he can get in that lucky dog spot. Alright, in the chat out there, let me know how is everybody doing and what you think of the race here so far. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Looking at Corey's last lap there, he is definitely now pick up the speed. He is about a 10th faster than Tim Wells. He's dropped it down to a 0.9 second, down to a 0.8. From a 1.5 from earlier, now down to less than a second away with just 22 laps to go. These drivers have been out there for 30 laps. If they can stay out there for at least another 21 laps, they'll be over 50 laps they've been on these tires and this fuel. Can they make it to the end? Last I heard, roughly 55 laps in is when they'll come down pit road. But that was just an estimation. That's why I'm not, as a crew chief, I'm just a broadcaster because I would definitely make the wrong calls. But with the 20 lap to go mark tonight, our caution information for tonight, 4 cautions, 10 laps under caution, and 8 lead changes. And right now, our track information here. Track temp has now even dropped it lower. 89 degrees, 11 mile per hour east wind for tonight. Don't forget, so on Thursday, Todd will be in the booth with me. He will help give everybody the action up in the, the crazy booth, like we always like to say. For next week, we are going to be starting the championship, the playoffs, I should call it. Our first race is going to be on May 1st. We're going to be going to Richmond for 160 laps. And then Indianapolis will be on May 8th for 80 laps for next week. So, want to see some more Gen 4 series? Stay tuned for the Mars Gen 4 series at Jackie Jones. We appreciate them letting us come on board on our the Thursday nights at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Alrighty, with 17 to go here tonight, with 8,700 of you out there watching, which I am definitely grateful to see everybody out there watching here tonight, staying out there. I see out there in the chat, let's get a competition caution. Good to see you out there, FSB. Hope everything is going well out there tonight for you. Alrighty, yeah, definitely with if we had a competition caution, it would change up everything, because we're kind of right now getting all single file spaced out. Tim Wells pulled away still about a 0.9 second, but between everybody else, the closest action out there on the track at the moment is this action right here, the 54 and the 44, the 4th and 5th place. Otherwise, we have at least over a second gap between everybody out there at the moment, besides these two. But these two are definitely having a great run here so far tonight, doing what they have to do, trying to make things happen. With just 15 laps to go, here comes the 44 back on the inside line. Can he make that pass on the 54? But 54 may have the run out. Oh, they make contact. They may have heard us out there in the chat. They almost had that caution come out. Able to hold on to it, though. And, oh, they make contact once again. Here's the 54 right on the back door of the 44. They may have the earbuds in listening to the broadcast, hearing us talk about it into the chat out there tonight, which I'm just kidding, but just watching how crazy and this battle is up front. Man, oh man, just with 13 to go, it is crunch time. They got to do what they got to do. This is the battle for 4th and 5th place here tonight. Alrighty, here we are, all the way into turn number 3, still side by side. They've been basically almost side by side for a couple laps, but the one driver was watching all this action happen is the number 20 of Corey. He's kind of just sitting there thinking, man, oh man, this is getting a little dicey up here. Looks like Chance Manning may have got the run out of the corner here and getting the 44 clear out of turn number 2 down the backstretch. Great battle going on between these two. 44 now fighting right back once again on the inside line. Can he get the run and able to stick with him? He's at the corner panel now. 54's got him cleared, but here we are back into turn number 1 and 2. Well, that's one thing Chance does not want to do, is get into the wall and make a mistake. This battle is very intense, watching these two battle it out. 54 back on the outside, 44, here we are side by side once again, basically at the corner panel, almost to the door. Here we are into turn number 1. You know what, why not? Let's go on board here with the number 1 on the roof cam, watching the battle in front of him happen. Because what will he do to try to make this interesting? We have 9 laps to go right now. Tim Wells still your leader. Corey about 1.5 seconds away from Tim. This is the closest battle out there on the track here at the moment in time. Ooh, Daniel, a little bit of blinking going on. That dang McDonald's Wi-Fi, like we always say. All right, here comes the 44 now on the outside line, trying to make the outside line form. Not really form, I should say, but man. Well, it makes you wonder what's going through their mind here at the moment. Oh, contact. little bit of a bubble, a little bit more contact. Here now is the number 1. Oh, man, I don't know. I really want to hear the radio chatter going on right now. At this rate, how hard they're battling and the contact they're making, you know, one of these drivers are probably not very happy. That McDonald's Wi-Fi having some struggling at the moment. Chance up into the wall. That's probably making the 44 a little nervous seeing the blinking happen. Here comes the 54 around with just 7 laps to go. Lap traffic up into the wall now. Here comes the 44 once again on the inside line, making that pass. Right now, the battle going on up front is still about 2 seconds, while Tim's pulling away with 6 to go. A little still more blinking going on. The joke is you might have to move the computer out of McDonald's, go to Burger King. They may have the better Wi-Fi here tonight. Maybe Taco Bell or maybe Arby's. Because right now McDonald's not wanting and not having a good Wi-Fi out there tonight. It's always been an inside joke on other leagues, and I don't know. It's always been a thing sticking around. You know, weather can always be an issue. Michigan right now's weather is crazy. All this windstorm. I'm happy our internet's actually able to kind of stick around. Right now, here is your leader, Tim Wells, 2.2 seconds away from Alex Campbell. Alex has got some lap traffic in front of him. Here's Corey right behind Alex Campbell. And Todd right now in the 44 has gotten himself the 1.2 second gap from Chance Manning. So we kind of gotten a little bit of gaps going on with 3 laps to go here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, that was one heck of a battle like we saw in the chat. Jarrett definitely is right. That battle was intense. Definitely was a nail biter up here in the booth, but great job outcome overall. Still green flag here tonight. I hope everybody's enjoying the show, especially 8,700 of you out there watching. Thank you for everybody tuning in. Hope you're all enjoying the show out here. Definitely never seen a group out there like this tonight. It's definitely the biggest crowd I have ever seen out there as our viewership. So cannot thank you so much. You know, let us know where have you heard from the streams, and that's where I'm kind of curious on is where have you seen the streams. We appreciate that. You know, we did get to our new we have upgraded our followship, meaning like able to upgrade, hit our milestones. We're able to get ads and everything going on here soon, so able to upgrade our YouTube. So thank you for that. All right, white flag is out one more time around here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Tim Wells as your leader going to be bringing it home here tonight, coming across the line. Ladies and gentlemen, your leader, Tim Wells, your race winner here tonight. Holding on to second place is going to be Alex Campbell. Corey in third, Todd in fourth, Daniel going to be holding 5th place. Let's battle it out for 5th. Able to bring home 5th. And Chance Manning bringing home 6th. What a battle that we just watched all night long. What a night we have just witnessed. Woo, woo. Man, oh man, this has been definitely a great night here tonight. I hope everybody enjoyed the show. This was definitely crazy. Let's watch the 11 burn it out here, especially definitely deserved here at Rockingham Speedway. We'll watch him burn it out here a little bit once we do his interview, but it's time to do our post-race show of the night here tonight. They definitely well deserve it. Let's see if we can get these drivers pulled up and see how they're doing, because our 3rd place is going to be the 24 of Corey. Let's see if he's out here and I can be able to talk to him for a moment and see what he's thinking, because that was definitely a crazy, crazy show. All right, there he is. Let's see how Corey's doing. Hey, Corey, this is Brandon in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I got a copy. Yep.
Well, bud, look at you, able to bring home a 3rd place here tonight. What a race. How you feeling here tonight?
Pretty good. Finally got through one, not without any computer problems. So yeah, feel pretty good. Thought I could potentially have a shot if it was a shorter run there. I was definitely better on the short run versus the longer run there. But all in all, 3rd place, I can't really complain too much. Really good run.
definitely can't, and you've seen you up front a couple times, battling it out, leading laps. You had fans out there in the chat. Jarrett was rooting you on out there. It was all, you had some crazy battles, and it was awesome to see the 24 trying to go through the field here. But man, I was looking back at some of the restarts and some of the different strategies people were doing, and I just curious on your opinion, but is those, if you did not get tires, I feel like it was a killer for some of these drivers. Is that what you're kind of seeing here tonight too?
Oh yeah, if you didn't get tires, you were going to the back, as you saw there on that last run. As I think Wesley and another driver there, they didn't get tires and they went a lap down. They were trying. We only had a certain amount of tires there that we could use, and they were trying to play the strategy right if we were to get a yellow there. So yeah, they were extremely important tonight.
Definitely aware. Well, bud, what a night for you. Congratulations. Who do you got to give a shout out to that made this number 24 possible for tonight?
Yeah, my team, Flat Out Motorsports, and then Keys Architects and Associates. Been on my car for a very long time. They're based out of Louisville, Kentucky, so I support them any way I can.
Heck yeah. Well, bud, congratulations. I hope you have a great night. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you later on.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, that is Corey there tonight. Congratulations to him for your third place. Now, next up, ladies and gentlemen, is your second place finisher here. Let's see how Alex Campbell is feeling here tonight. Hey, Alex, is Brandon in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Roger, got you.
All right, bud. Look at you, able to bring home a P2 here tonight. Congratulations. How are you feeling here?
Exhausted after that one. That was definitely an arm workout.
I bet you it was. We kind of went into some views of watching you guys as trying to handle these wheels, and just kind of more of a fight, especially when you hit those dang bumps. Tell me about it.
Knock you loose, man. Yeah, it was rough. A few times I about lost it.
The question about the bumps, from my memory, I'm not very good at remembering here, but was it more into turn 1 and 2 or 3 and 4, or are they in both of the turns?
1 and 2 is definitely a lot worse. Kind of right as you're entering 1, going down into the banking, there's kind of a bump there that if you hit it at the right angle, it'll just send your car up the track, or it'll knock you loose, depending on how much wheel input you have. But yeah, 1 and 2 is definitely the harder end of the track tonight.
Well, you definitely, able to survive, the craziness of this track and the track, how it forms. You're looking at, you started in third and able to bring home second place, gain one position tonight. Definitely not a bad night overall for you. Looking forward to the next races and everything. The momentum, does this help knowing that, hey, I got a second place? Does it build up your confidence and your momentum going forward?
Yeah, I think so. I think, a lot of the aspect of racing is, mental, having the mental awareness and the confidence to go up there and race with some of these leaders. We got a lot of guys in this league that are really, really fast. So to be able to come up here and run with them and, trade positions, but do it cleanly, definitely a good experience to have.
Most definitely. What about it? Who do you got to give a shout out to that made this number 12 possible here tonight?
My smoking hot wife.
always got to give them the biggest shout out, bud. But I hope you had a great night. I hope you stay safe out there, and we'll see you next week.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for presenting.
Thank you. All right, that is Alex Campbell there tonight. All right, ladies and gentlemen, next up is your race winner here tonight. Let's see how Tim is feeling, able to bring it home here. Let's see how he's doing. Hey, Tim, this is Brandon in the booth. You got a copy?
Oh, I got a copy.
Well, bud, look at you, able to bring home the win here tonight. Congratulations, bud. How are you feeling?
Pretty good, man. I was I expected to win. Like, I felt very comfortable with this track, and I'm just glad strategy and luck kind of fell on my side there. Things got kind of squirrely with some of the early cautions, but yeah, long run, dude. I felt so comfortable out there. I'm just glad to bring home P1.
Well, you definitely did able to bring home P1, and man, the battles out there up front, man, it was incredible to see. But I want to say that that fresh air definitely was a big helpful for all you guys, because once somebody got in that fresh air, you guys were able to pull away at least 2 to 3 seconds away. And so I want to say I think fresh air was definitely key for tonight.
Yeah, it can be key. I think it's tire wear. I mean, I was just discussing with the other guys. I mean, on a 50 lap run, I still had 80% wear on my both sides, or on my right sides. I mean, so I think tire wear, and then yeah, the clean air definitely matters. Like I was able to manage the gap. I wasn't too worried if someone came up on me because I can just run the high line and manipulate that air, so they couldn't get a good run. So yeah, like I said, I'm glad everything went my way for the most part. It was a fun race. I know everyone else is exhausted, but this is my type of racetrack.
Heck yeah. Well, bud, congratulations. Well-deserved win. Anybody want to give a big shout out to that made this number 11 possible tonight?
Yeah, shout out to the league. Shout out to all the admins putting on good shows week in, week out. I'm running Tuesdays and Thursdays, and my teammate Chance, we worked pretty well together today, and well, every week we're just getting better and better. So yeah, shout out him, and shoot, what's going on this week? Yeah. Oh, I'm at a loss for words. I always forget the shout outs, Brandon, every week. The shout outs. And I end up just shouting out you, and you deserve a shout out your broken thumb. Hope that heals. I'm not going to kiss it for you. But I will say I'll be less inappropriate than Wesley was last weekend. So I'll just end it right there. So shout out everybody in the league. It's been a lot of fun.
Well, I appreciate it, and definitely, yeah, it was a fun night. It was interesting, but I hope you had a great time. I hope you have a great rest of the week. You stay safe out there, and we'll see you later on, bud.
Oh, last thing, Brandon. Have you been to Room 40? No, I'm just kidding. All right, you have a good one.
All right, you too, bud.
Bye.
All right, that is Tim Wells there tonight. I hope everybody enjoyed the show. I appreciate everybody tuning in, and I hope everybody had a great night. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in here tonight. I kind of still lost for words to see how many of you out there watching. I can't believe it, and thank you so much for that. Thank everybody in the chat. Hope everybody had a great night. Other than that, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be back live on Thursday. Stay tuned for that. Some more crazy Gen 4 series. We're going to be starting off the playoffs, so stay tuned. Have a good night, and we'll see everybody later on.